There are days we forget, and others that time itself refuses to erase. There are matches that fill minutes on television, but there is one, only one, that fills the soul: El Clásico. But this isn't just football. This is history. This is war and art. This is fire and ice. It's religion for some, and it's faith for others. It's the game that stops the entire world. In one corner, we have a Barcelona, wounded, beaten, betrayed by injuries, 2 points behind in LaLiga, 2 points behind Real Madrid league leaders, one victory away from the top. And yes, they are hurt, but not defeated, because this jersey knows how to rise from nothing. They've beaten Madrid 4 straight times in a row, including a historic 4-0 demolition at the Bernabéu exactly a year ago. And now they return hungry, burning to prove that they still rule this rivalry. Balde returns from injury. Fermín is sharper, colder, better in front of goal than ever. Pedri is the heartbeat of this team, waving dreams again with his feet. Frankie de Jong, the metronome that never stops clicking. And Rafinha, the spark, the fire, the leadership. And Yamal, the number 10, the chosen one. 18 years old and so fearless, the boy who made Montjuic roar. The one who reignited belief, who plays as if he hears the gods themselves whispering through every touch on the ball. And in the other corner, Real Madrid, the 1,000-headed monster. For many, the kings of Europe, is stronger than ever, more dangerous than ever. At the top of La Liga as we speak, ready to prove they are not the same team of the past, not from last season. With Xabi Alonso, they found a new identity and on a mission to win at all cost. They cannot afford a 5th straight defeat to Barca. They'll fight with pride, with fury, with everything they've got. But they're not exactly perfect, healthy either. No Trent, no Carvajal, but Valverde, the iron lungs of Madrid. Bellingham, the English thunderbolt who breaks through lines and hearts. Vinicius Jr., the soul of chaos. And Kylian Mbappe, cold as steel, lethal as a sniper. The new emperor of Madrid. He has scored on every single team he played this season. And the world knows, when Madrid tastes glory, Mbappe always appears. The stage is set, the drums are beating, the shadows tremble, and football holds its breath. Because this Sunday is not just a game. It's El Clásico, the Clásico of Clásicos. Barca must win to reach the summit. Madrid must win to defend their pride. Whatever happens, the story will be written forever in the golden pages of football history. You're about to witness it. Welcome to El Clásico, the biggest game in the world. In a game few ever have a chance to win, but millions have a chance to feel. Hi everybody, welcome to Barca Volume. Welcome to another preview, but this time it's not just a preview, it's El Clásico, ladies and gentlemen. So guys, you guys know what I need you to do. I want you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and let me know in the comments, what is your matchup prediction for this game? So let's get into some lineups, guys. Let's get into some information here. Barcelona, Real Madrid at the Bernabéu, or Real Madrid, I should say, Barcelona at the Bernabéu. It's an 8:15 a.m. game for me. And by the way, guys, I will be having a watch along and a post-game show. So BC Sunday for me and good for you guys. Please make sure you guys tune in for that. So the very first thing I want to look at is the head-to-head matchups. Can you believe that Barcelona has 27 victories in La Liga and Real Madrid only has 20 and 10 draws? So Barcelona is dominating La Liga as in history because Barcelona has beaten them 27 times. And look at this. The last 3 times, it's so delightful, so delightful. A 4-3 victory in La Liga, a 3-2 in the Copa del Rey, a 5-2 in Super Cup, and a 4-0 at the Bernabéu the last time we played them there. But guys, look, to be fair, the last 4 games we played them, Real Madrid beat us 2-1, they beat us 4-1, and they beat us 3-2. So they beat us 3 straight, and then we beat them 4 straight. So this is how these rivalries go, man. Every single time, and they don't let the other win. Let me take a look at who will win according to FootMob prediction. I'm gonna pick Barcelona, of course. Barcelona, they are underdogs in this game, and they have a 41% chance of winning, and Real Madrid has a 46% chance of winning and only a 13% draw. So Real Madrid is favorites here coming into this game, and I feel like they should be. I feel like they should be. They are healthier. They are at the top of La Liga. I don't see why they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be. I don't see why they just wouldn't be favorites in this game. They are the home side. So I do expect Real Madrid to line up with Courtois, with Valverde as a right back, Militao, and I don't know why they have Alaba there. It's gonna be. I think it might be Dean, and if it's not Dean, if he doesn't make it back in time, because I do expect him to make it back, man. This is a Clásico, man. If you're close to making it, you just play. And if it's not there, then it might be Militao and Asensio, which is if Asensio plays, huge advantage Barcelona. Carreras as a left back, who I don't think has been played extremely well at all in the last couple of games. I do expect to be Tchouaméni, and here's the biggest question here. So Tchouaméni, is it going to be paired up with Jude Bellingham or Camavinga? You know, and the stream Dave told me that's Camavinga, so I'm going to go ahead and say Camavinga, but I think it's going to be Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham here is the cam. Is actually Arda Güler, who will be the cam. They also have Arda Güler on the bench, which is ridiculous. That's not going to happen. I expect Arda Güler to start in that game, and it's going to be Rodrigo on the left. This is ridiculous, bro. Like, it's going to be Vinicius Jr. Rodrigo, I think Mastantuono will hit the bench on this one, and it will be Rodrigo. I think the best players will play in this game. It's pride. It's a pride game. They have to have their best players out there. So I expect Rodrigo on the right, Vinicius on the left, Mbappe as a 9, of course, Arda Güler as the 10, and Jude Bellingham right next to Tchouaméni. I think this is exactly how they will line up. Now, let's talk about Barcelona's lineup real quick, because most likely we're going to have Chesney on goal. As a right back, I have to put Koundé there. I just have to trust that he's in big games, he'll show up and play well. So I have my doubts, maybe Eddie Garcia there, but since it's Vinicius Jr., I kind of want to match him up with Koundé. Now, one wild card here could be Araujo as a right back, matching him up with Vinicius Jr. That's something that we saw last season, earlier in the season, with something that Hansi Flick tried and it worked. So that's another thing that Hansi Flick can throw at Real Madrid in this game in particular. But I'm just going to say Koundé for now. If it was up to me, I would go with Cubarsí and Christensen, if Christensen is good physically, and I would have Balde there, of course. Now, like I said, it depends. I don't love the matchup with Eric and Cubarsí against Real Madrid's attack. I don't like it. So I much rather have Christensen, Cubarsí, or maybe Cubarsí with Araujo. Now, in the midfield, I have 2 scenarios for you. Let's say that Rafinha is not back. So Rafinha is not back in this scenario. I have in Casado start. I'm gonna run a 4-3-3, and I'm gonna have Casado in the middle, Pedri on the left, and Frankie a little bit more forward on the right. And my front 3 will be Fermín López on the left, Rashford as a 9, and Lamine Yamal, of course. Now, let's put a scenario where Rafinha is back and ready to start. Okay, so if Rafinha is back and ready to start, we're going to go back to the 4-2-3-1. And we're going to do Pedri, Frankie, and the double pivots, My number 10 is Fermín Lopez, and then it's Lamine, Rashford at the 9, and Rafinha on the left wing. That's exactly what Hansi Flick should do for this game if that is what he has available to him. Let's talk about the stakes, okay? If Barcelona lose, they fall 5 points behind to Real Madrid. A massive gap early in the season in late October. If Madrid lose, then they'll drop, to 2 points back. Every pass in this game, every mistake, every run absolutely matters. This is why these games cannot be taken for granted. So look, let's see who comes better into this game, because let's see what each team needs and what each team can do to win, or where this game will be won or lost for each team. This is Real Madrid, Barcelona at the Bernabéu, a place that recently felt like home for Barcelona. We won there 4-0 last time, remember? And still, we do face two huge problems though: injuries and depth. The number one is Joan Garcia. No Joan Garcia, it's massive in this game. Rafinha back in training and pushing to play, but he's not in full game shape yet. One thing is to be good physically, and another thing is to be in game shape. We all saw what happened to Jude Bellingham when he played against Atletico Madrid. A straight stinker, man. It was a bad performance, and you can see what even a great player like Jude, he can definitely look really bad on a physical thrown in a physical battle like this. It's just way too risky. Xavi will be out in this game as well. Olmo is out, but let's be honest. Olmo being out, it's probably for the best. Lewandowski is out. Ferran Torres just returned from training as well. And guys, the last to Inigo Martinez is going to be huge in El Clásico. This is the first El Clásico we are going to play without Inigo Martinez, his leadership, his boys, his organization. The absence is still felt every single match. And it's one of the biggest reasons Barcelona enters this El Clásico full of doubts, just because of the form. Barcelona hasn't looked all that good in the back line. So yes, Lamine Yamal is back. That is huge. Balde is back. It's huge. Fermín Lopez coming off a hat trick against Olympiacos. That's enormous. But this team doesn't have the same intensity as last season. They're scoring less. They're conceding more. The defensive line, the balance just doesn't look the same as it looked last season. And still, the Champions League performance though against Olympiacos, that is massive. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for this game. A spark of confidence and a reminder of what this team can be at its best. And remember, the same thing happened. We beat Valencia 6-0. We hadn't been playing well up until that point, and then it gave us that confidence to go out to St. James Park and beat Newcastle in the Champions League. So this is huge news for Hansi Flick and company. And Hansi Flick knows even a draw isn't the worst result, but he also knows he can't afford to make mistakes in the build-up, not with Mbappe lurking there. If Barcelona holds that high line without control, Mbappe will eat us alive. Flick has to be pragmatic. Pull the high line back. Move it back a few meters. Change something. Don't get caught playing beautiful football in dangerous areas, because this is Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, they punish arrogance. If we play with the same arrogance, the same style, Real Madrid will punish us. And Real Madrid comes into this match much better than Barcelona. They have been more confident. They play better football all around. Better defense, a lethal finisher in Kylian Mbappe, and at the top of LaLiga with 24 points. And let's be honest, Barcelona has struggled way too many league games in the season. Madrid can smell blood, and they'll come out swinging for the fences. A win here puts them 5 points clear in late October. That is massive. But even they have doubts. Dean hasn't played in like 3 weeks. Alaba particularly leaves in the injury report. Ceballos isn't 100%, and I think they also have. I think it might be. I think Alaba. I said that already. So I think. Oh yeah, they have Trent out and they have Carvajal out. So both teams here, I don't think they played particularly well. One struggled against Girona, the other struggled against Getafe in their last La Liga matches, and I don't think that either of these teams come in playing extremely well, to say the least. So on paper, this is a difficult game for Barcelona. Okay, they are the road underdog, and we just saw the odd makers, and they think that Real Madrid should be favored here, and this is a good spot for Real Madrid to win. But something tells me this match is different. I want to pick a draw 2-2, but I hate picking draws. I think this game is going to be neck and neck. Barcelona will compete. I almost think that it may be a 2-2 draw, but I'm going with a 3-leg victory here. Barcelona takes care of business 3-2, and they will get the upset at the Bernabéu because Rafinha's return changes everything. His energy, his leadership, his spark. This won't be the typical just tactical chess match. It'll be a thriller, open, emotional, and it won't disappoint anyone. No matter who wins or who loses, it's going to be a thriller. At the end of the day, El Clásico isn't just about tactics or tables. It's about moments that define eras, moments that turn players into legends. And when the whistle blows on Sunday morning, we'll see who truly carries the soul for their club. Madrid play with power, but Barcelona plays with belief. And belief, no matter how broken, how doubted, how injured they are, they can still rise to the occasion because this club was built on revival, on resilience, on defying logic when it matters the most. So yeah, the world will watch Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham, but maybe, just maybe, it's the kid who wears number 10 for Barcelona, Yamal, who'll write the next chapter of history because this isn't just a match. This is a Clásico, and Barca live for nights like this.